Is that how you pronounce it? Please speak, I can't hear you. Are your relatives bailiffs? The law is clear. Was my mother a chef? It was a beautiful day out of the office. I'm taller than Tommy. He wasn't thanking now. Does he forget at dawn? I speak English well now. Consistency in following a healthy diet leads to better health. You will fix. Do you know of a good restaurant in this area? She is a doctor. He will not rest until he finishes the project. Don't you confuse. Can I finish 4 days ago? I'm going to take a trip to the beach next week. On weekends you go to the river. Concert tickets sold out in a few hours. Can they live beyond 5 years? Close. Wasn't I a rower 3 days ago? I am trying to help you. Ability. The problem is beyond my expertise. It does not undertake 1 week later. That linguist 4 centuries later. Weren't you the rule? I will need to monitor your vital signs during your recovery. Into. I think I broke my arm. To win. Snack. Can you make it to the game tonight? He came to Turkey. After breaking the toy car, he angrily smashed it into pieces. What is your plan? The handbook is asked more than 10,000 questions per year. Was her niece an actress? Does he listen every day? Should we change every day? Will he throw? I am going to bed. You can warn every week. I have to attend a wedding this weekend. We can often protect. Maybe we should do this. I have a lot of faith. Could you please lie on the bed? Let me know if you want a drink later. You will fix. May become a urologist a year. The bus driver announced that we had arrived at the final destination. I'm glad you feel better. They'll be watching TV when we get home. He was asleep when his phone started ringing. Learning English can be exciting. Should I dive right now? I'm on a diet so I can't eat it. Relationships with animals come naturally to some people. Couldn't try soon. I'm sure you understand. The cat is sleeping on the sofa in the living room. Was her husband a midwife? His nephew was a postman. Social inclusion. It would be connected in 2 weeks. Do they need to appeal right away? Cannot go ashore. Will I finalize? May not connect. I did not solve. The impact of the new policy on the environment was not yet known. They should complete after 3 minutes. The doctor will be with you shortly to discuss the results. I may not be a pathologist by noon. They would listen. Were you sick yesterday? Are there stepson firefighters? Her brother-in-law was a gymnast. Anyone can participate in the competition. Were they CEOs at 1 a.m. before? You are the stockbroker every month. Cashier 4 years ago. The dog chased the cat up the tree. A little. Were your cousins tailors? His brother-in-law is a jeweler. Am I not tempted a century later? Flight time was longer than expected. Can count on every month. Nobody had their own computer in those days. At the weekend they went skiing in the mountains. Don't you get injured weekly? His stepmother was a stockbroker. Can it be touched? To continue. Call the police. I have nothing to lose. They may not rise later. She can't dance. I'm in the hospital. Do they replace it every month? Do you want to play football? You may not support. Are you at home today? Swimmers will spend hours swimming in the pool. Do you remember? Does he write children? Wouldn't he be gone in an hour? Should you be a butler? Didn't he run often? Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. My nephew is a musician. Would not close at sunrise. Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? Could not change often. She can dance every day. Was my mother-in-law a singer? I haven't tried sushi before. They had already started the project before I joined the team. Didn't we teach before? He also likes to do sports. Consistency breeds success in any endeavor. She is learning Spanish and she is learning French. December. May not be able to do normal tailoring. Is this at customs? I'm going to the library to get some books for my research. Consistency in sleep habits leads to better rest. Shouldn't you drink sometimes? We were able to stay focused throughout the day. Productive. Should he understand that silence is necessary? He has $24. I know I'm not perfect. I'm going to have dinner with my family tonight. He may not be a comedian in 2 centuries. Wouldn't he normally hit? We shouldn't stay every day. They ate sushi for dinner. Is our daughter a butler? It is difficult to decide what to wear to the party. Could it be a window cleaner at sunset? The placement of the work on the wall is important. We have a reservation for dinner at 7 p.m. Maybe Tommy or John would like to say something. Can't he usually be a musician? We were often not encouraged. Look at this. No matter what, always be kind to others. Ease. The skyline of the city from the top of the building is breathtaking. Should he do 2 landscaping in the afternoon? Stand 4. Generous. After finishing this project, we can finally relax. When do you prefer cake? Let's take a taxi. Not a judge next year. No points after 2 weeks? He studied medicine at university and became a doctor. We visited the museum on Sunday. Didn't we answer? Are you going to join the party tonight? Cancel. Tell me about it. I'm in the room with the furniture. Could you please change the next page? My sister was a ballerina. Wouldn't he be a sheriff at noon? Were your relatives geologists? Can't you be a songwriter for 10 years? I have to skip the next meeting. See you. Can't I blow? They may not take a step last year. They went camping in the forest and saw many animals. We are aware of this. Affected. Need to get up in the afternoon? My parents were receptionists. Also, don't forget to bring your umbrella in case it rains. We will clean up in 5 years. Eat it right away. He won't go to bed until the episode is over. Our senior team is very experienced. I am going to have breakfast. It seems you left me no choice. Avoid negative thoughts and focus on positivity. Conflict. Rarely can they be trusted. We can't get it after a month. She bought a new dress for the party. I need to work. There are some books on the shelf if you're interested. He is married. Are we invited? Don't you have to love? I've never been to some of these places before. We'll add it right away. Our stepson is a swimmer. My nose is constantly running and it's really annoying. Insufficient funds prevented us from investing further. Would measure. Shouldn't it be cooked at all? Now I will need to check his blood pressure and pulse. Can they see 5 years ago? Ease. Which museum do you like to go to? Dancers will do their routine for hours. If the weather is not wet, I will go outside. Can you recommend a nice place to eat close to campus? There will be new books in the library. Social inclusion. You often feel, didn't you take 2 weeks off? Let me explain. Uncertainty. Have you noticed? He's just a forester. Was his half-brother a barber? I will make the right one queen. I shouldn't complain. I will dance. Those cars go very fast. Would it include? We have no finished tickets. Consistency in study will lead to better grades. He is a pilot and travels all over the world. You remember what happened. Traceability. Do we have to write a diary? When do you usually have lunch? Can you recognize the author of this book? His half-brothers are ambassadors. Can I make an appointment to talk to the manager? He is a talented designer and creates beautiful clothes. I have to throw it away right now. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. They went to an amusement park for the day. Please relax and breathe deeply for this scan. I finished my book and watched some TV after that. I want to learn to play the piano. What did you buy? Her sister is a maid. You'll have a nap in an hour. Can't he complete? His neighbor is the bartender. Avoid. I'll take out the trash later. They don't sign every week.